and it's inspired him later. But early on, I had to get him out. He missed a couple layups, was, rushing a little bit, and then he settled in and played the way he needs to play for him and us. Look, I've got, I'll give you an example. Nick Richards, who was unbelievable today. We got guys that are there's some anxiety, they're pressing personally. I gotta play. If I don't, and I gotta be this, and well, then you can't play. Nick led the troops with that anxiety, that pressure to pressing himself. He just played today. Now, he scored 4 points, but it doesn't matter. Anybody would want him on their team. We could have thrown him the ball a couple more times, but we still got a couple other guys that are pressing. Versus just play. Well, I'm only getting 6 shots this way. So what? The next game you get 15. So we've got that we're dealing with. But defensively, if we play that way, and again, it starts with Ashton, to be honest with you. It starts with him. Last year, it started with Shea Alexander. If you have a guy on the ball that cannot guard the ball, you cannot play defense. You're not going to have a good defensive team. That guy's got to be able to guard the ball. And Ashton can.
More questions?
I thought I was leaving.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about shutting down the paint? Georgia started the game 5 straight dunks, and then after that,
Imagine that.
4 points in the paint the second half.
Can you imagine that? And again, it was 2 guys on our team, not talking, getting beat, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, you can't. We gave them 5 dunks. Like, is this going to be a 100-point game? And then again, we start talking more. And the game of basketball, if one guy breaks down, you're going to struggle. But if 2 break down, they get 5 dunks. That's how it is. And we started the game. I mean, it was 9-6, and I'm looking around saying, guys, we're down 9-6, and we gave them, at that point, 4 dunks. There's a couple more that came after that. But they started the game ready to go. And look, here's what Tom is doing. He's playing a different style. He's spacing the court. He's bringing people out. They're long and active, and they offensive rebound the crap out of the ball. That's what he's got them doing. And like I said, this game got away from them in the end, really the beginning of the second half, and then we kept it there. But like every game I've watched, like they've had their chance at Auburn. They had their chances to be right there and even win the game. And that's a hard place to play. So he's doing a good job with his team.
John, would you talk about Nick taking charges? He seems to have a knack for that, and I was under the assumption you like your bigs to be shot blockers, not taking charges.
Well, the only thing he did one time, he left the basket to go block a shot that he had no chance of getting and opened up the rim for a tip-in. We don't want him doing that. We want him around to goal. And if the guy puts his head down and keeps coming, take the charge. But we've been working on charging and loose balls for every day for the last 10 days. Because 3 games prior to this, I don't even think we took a charge. We went from playing aggressive and playing desperate to we're really a good team and going to Alabama and getting beat. And then playing against Texas A&M and Vanderbilt and being down both games like 16-4 and 12-2. So today was good. This was, we made strides.
How much of what Ashton is doing now, his development now, is similar to what Shea did for you last year?
Well, the difference was Shea was a little better perimeter shooter. Now, he wasn't early in the year. It was a really slow release. He came in the gym every morning at 7 o'clock and worked on his shooting and then watched some video of himself so he could figure out the point guard position because he had never really played that position. He was a scoring guard. And as the year went on, he became our best player. And you could argue he or Kevin Knox, and they're both doing pretty good right now. But he started our defense. He also was able to get us when we were dying for baskets. He would go get one because that team didn't shoot well. We weren't a good shooting team. Matter of fact, we probably weren't a good post-up team. So But I'm proud of him, and, you know, and the way it started, you know, you've got, like I told these guys, I mean, early on, we're still figuring out each other. He's not playing as much. He's averaging 3 points a game. Transfer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why is he, you know, no, it's a process. It's like EJ. I'm telling him, look at Ashton. You're as good a player as we have on this team. But you got to go in and fight, and you got to go do it. I can't do it for you. And if I'm trying to win a game and you're not helping, I'm just not going to play you that game. I still think you're a terrific player. I'll play you next game. Today he was really good. And again, he just got to keep, stuff's not easy. Every game we play is someone's Super Bowl. It was sold out since June. I mean, they had tents out front. I mean, it's every game we play.
Coach, what would you say about Nicholas
Can you
Claxton?
use the microphone, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He has a microphone, then you can go.
Cool,
Coach, collectively, you mentioned the last few games. Where do you feel like you were better tonight overall, and also how encouraging is it that Keldon can have kind of an off night and yet, you know, you still win by 20?
He had a goose egg. Woo! He didn't have any. Oh, man, isn't that great? Because he's one of our best players. But you have these nights. And you know who went in and played well for him? Jamal Baker. Played well. See, here's what I said last night to him. I said, look, the greatest thing about our team is we got guys. And if one of you guards doesn't play well, we have another guard that can play well. If one of you bigs isn't playing well, or two of you, we still have enough guys. So you have to worry about getting yourself ready to play. You ready? For our team. And if you're playing that way, we'll have a little rotation. Maybe some guys get a little less minutes than the other. But this is, you know, the great thing about this program, historically, last 10 years, numbers don't matter. If you can play, it isn't how many points or shots or rebounds. Because Keldon played this way, no one's going to think less of him. He had no points. And they're going to still say, oh, that kid's one of the best in the country. He had no points. That's the greatest thing about here. Ashton was freshman of the week last week. How many jump shots did he hit last week? 1. He had 5 turnovers in the last game. And he was freshman of the week. Numbers don't matter. And that's why I keep coming back to, it's not high school. I'm going to shoot all the balls. I need to be the center of attention so everybody, that thing is done the rest of their basketball careers. So, but, you know, I got a good team. I really do.
Last question.
Yeah, Coach, can you comment on Nicholas Claxton, Georgia, please?
Yeah, he's a unique player, and all the tape I've watched. I like what Tommy's doing with them, pushing them in different places around the floor at times, at the rim, at times at the top of the key, letting him shoot. He's letting him grow and living with it. You know, 9 rebounds, 12 points, you know, pretty good stuff.
All right,
Coach.
thanks, Coach.
We have Ashton Higgins and Nick Richards available outside our locker room.